Hey everyone, happy Canada Day if you're watching this on Wednesday, July 1st. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I had to make a video on this. So, PlayStation announced on Twitter that as of 2028, they will no longer be printing physical media, which is a slap to the face of every single gamer. This is the worst thing that could happen to the industry, and it is now guaranteed to be happening. They've also recently announced that the new Xbox Project Helix, I believe they're calling it, is not likely to have a physical disc drive. This just leaves Nintendo with the Switch 2, who have been pulling the whole keycard game bullshit. I just want to talk about what this means to me and what this means to many, many gamers out there, and kind of how they've been conditioning us for years to get to this point. If you enjoy gaming content, JRPG content like top 10 videos, reviews, guides, and news, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so PlayStation announced as of 2028, they will no longer be printing physical media for their consoles, be it PS5 or PS6. There are insider reports that the Xbox Helix or Xbox Project Helix, the next Xbox console, will also not even have a disc drive. People are saying that the PlayStation 6 will likely have a release in 2028 because of this announcement, which is fairly likely. That means that the PlayStation 5 will be the last PlayStation console that I ever purchase, unless they backtrack. And that's something I want to get into later on in the video as well. So with the Switch 2 still offering physical media and being the kind of most recent release of a console, this would be technically the first next-gen console, if you want to call it that. It has physical media. I think the Switch 2 is leaning more towards more of their games being physical media and not so much of the key card bullshit. We'll have to wait and see if they kind of correct their course. I know it's not necessarily Nintendo, but at the same time it kind of is, because they're not offering different size cartridges at affordable prices. So companies that game's not going to take up a certain size are like, okay, well, we don't want to pay for the big size, but it's bigger than the small size, so I guess we're going to go game key card. So as much as it's not Nintendo's fault and it's these publishers' fault, it's still also Nintendo's fault. Don't kid yourself on that. It is looking likely that that will be the last physical game cartridge. I've been a PlayStation fan since I first opened my PlayStation. I think it was Christmas of 1996. And that is one of my favorite gaming memories of all time, and definitely my favorite Christmas memory of all time, opening the original PlayStation at Christmas time. It was the best thing ever. I was going through some terrible things in my life, and the PlayStation just cheered me up. It gave me something to do to take the bad feelings away and give me some good times. And I had plenty of amazing memories playing the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, 4, and of course PlayStation 5. Both just playing amazing single-player games, which is kind of something that PlayStation has leaned into heavily lately, and playing multiplayer games with my friends as well. I remember pulling all-nighters, playing SmackDown 2 on the PlayStation 1 with my best friend Paul, who I ended up living with for a few years in high school. PlayStation has always kind of been the console of choice for me. I prefer their controllers over everything else. I prefer their interface. Up until now, I've kind of preferred their look at the gaming industry, their take on the gaming industry, but it's impossible to support this. If you don't own the physical games, you don't own anything. You're basically paying $80 Canadian to rent a game that they can take away whenever the fuck they feel like it. And for those of you who would argue against that, they also, on the same day, today, announced that the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita stores will be discontinuing July of 2027. So any games that you've cleared off your PlayStation 3 or PlayStation Vita to make room for other digital games, you will no longer be able to download. So again, you're just paying top dollar for a rental of these games. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I just want to say a big fuck you to PlayStation, a big fuck you to Xbox, and I don't know, man, where is this going? Where are we going with this industry? Is the industry dead? I honestly think we are approaching the grave here. I will say that PlayStation has backpedaled from stuff before. I remember initially a few years ago, they were going to take down the PlayStation 3 store, and there was enough backlash online and enough people like scrambling to purchase a bunch of like PS3 games on the PlayStation store that they decided, okay, never mind, we're going to leave it up. So maybe if they get enough backlash online, if you're on Twitter, be sure to hassle PlayStation and tell them what this means to you. Tell them how pissed off you are at this decision, and maybe they'll backtrack. I don't know. I don't see it happening, but it is always a possibility. So be sure to put some effort in there and help out the future of gaming. You can't even sell games anymore. You won't be able to sell games. You won't be able to pass games on to your children or your nephews or anyone, right? You don't own anything. You can't sell it. You can't trade it. You can't pass it down. Gaming, as far as owning things, is absolutely going to be fucking deceased effective the year 2028. And there is nothing more depressing for gamers than that, in my opinion. I guess let's leave on a positive note here, all right? If purchasing isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. So we should maybe take this as an announcement that as of the year 2028, gaming is now 100% free. All you have to do is sail the 7 seas and get yourself a copy of your favorite new games coming out at absolutely no fucking cost. I am Dookie03. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next one. If you want to help out the video, please remember to hype the video on mobile. It helps more people to find it. And if you want to help the channel financially, be sure to join the channel and become a Dragon Warrior today. Thanks again so much for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.